What's up, all you Kevins? I am here in the shop of NPD. National Parts Depot in Ocala, Florida has their very own shop because the collection here is immense. We're going to find out about how many cars, and we're going to talk to this gentleman that runs the shop and keeps this place going. So Larry, how are you, sir?
I'm good today. Good to meet you.
Appreciate you doing a little interview with us and taking some time out of your day. This is a shop. I mean, if I've been in shops before, this is a shop.
Yeah. Well, one thing about it is that the boss has never went backwards on anything we need. If we need it, we go get it, and that's really good. We
got the tools you need.
Got the tools we need to do the job.
That's awesome. We got this gorgeous Mustang behind us. You know, but talk to us about this collection. To manage a collection of 200 plus, right?
Right.
It takes a lot, and you were telling me earlier we were talking, what's the top few things that you would say if somebody has a collection they have to think about?
Well, the things we have most problem with is fuel.
Okay.
Everybody has that issue on a short-term basis. We also have a problem with antifreeze and corrosion. So we was just looking at a Blazer we just worked on that we replaced the heater core in 2004, and now we're replacing it for the second time. So corrosion is an issue.
Okay.
Brakes are the same way. Brakes is another one of our issues, is that they corrode up everything, and primarily if you drive one all the time, keep the brakes hot, you don't have that problem.
Gotcha.
So we have a maintenance schedule. It's set up on the computer. All the cars are listed, and we go by dates of fuel. So we go with the oldest date we have, and then we bring the car out. We either add fresh fuel to it if reasonable, or we drain the system and start over again. We use race fuel in them. I know it's a little more pricey, but at the same time, we're not out running 30 miles to gallon somewhere.
Yeah.
So we, on the radiator stuff, we try to add it as we add into them. We try to drain some of them if we can have the opportunity to do that and switch the fluids out in them.
Okay.
And brakes, we try to drive the car some. So we take the brakes, we check them out, then what we'll do is we'll drive them and try to get the brakes good and hot to dry out the system. So you're trying to dry the moisture out of the brake fluid. Now, if we restore a complete system, we use silicone brake fluid in it. But we use the .5.
Okay.
So that kind of puts a curve on some of the major issues we have. And of course, all the rest of them are just seal leaks and things like that we just deal with on a regular basis.
I gotcha. So if you had to pick, and I know this is hard, it's probably a question you've thought about and everything, but I'm just going to limit it to one area. If you had to pick a Mustang for you to keep out of this collection, what would you keep?
Anybody be a fool not to take the 2000 R car.
That's pretty hard to pass up. That thing's gorgeous.
But then again, I was just talking the other day, I believe it's 2004, the last Mach 1. And basically, not necessarily because of the Mach 1, which is good too, but the history on the car.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to look at the cars. It's really hard to pick one.
Yeah.
Would you pick ID number 1 car? Would you pick ID number last of a series?
Yeah.
Or would you go with a race car, or something that's got history?
Yeah.
And of course that Mach 1 was the last one off the assembly line.
Yeah.
We got all the documentations and everything for
Yeah.
it. So it'd be hard to pass up on that one.
I bet, yeah. All the signatures, I did another video on that, and all the signatures on that big billboard behind it is really cool. That's a lot of history, and there's a story, and that really makes for a lot more of the car.
The only thing about it, you're going to have to park it. You can't drive it.
No, that's the sad thing, right? Yeah, so one to drive. What's the most fun driver here, you think? I noticed the GT over there, the Ford GT. That thing's probably got to be fun to drive.
If you're going through the whole collection, one of my more favorite cars is probably the 30 Lincoln Phantom.
Oh, wow.
It is a crowd pleaser.
I bet.
And when you take it someplace, everybody stops and admires it.
Yeah.
There's other cars that are a lot of fun. I mean, you take Mustang Shelby. I mean, how much more fun could that be? So and here again, the collection is so vast that you'd have to narrow it down on what you're doing and where you're going. I wouldn't want to take the 30 Lincoln to Chicago.
Right.
But I'll take it downtown to a car show. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I bet. I'm sitting here looking. We're kind of staring down this area here, and that Celine truck's down there, and some other just prototypes and different things. The oddballs that are in this collection, is that hard for you to work on because of the fact that they're just so one-off or concept, but you try to keep some of those up, don't you?
Yes, we try to keep some of them up. Some of them we don't drive or try to keep up because of tires. Some of them
Yeah.
are special cut tires, and
Yeah.
you can't replace them. So if you damage them, most of them, we just try to make them run, then we put them back into place.
Yep.
Some cars you can't work on. The Tempo down there is got an engine and it's got a platform, but the hood is all just carved out of fiberglass, so you can't
Yeah.
even open the hood on it. So some of the prototype cars you can't do anything with. The other cars we can usually make run. Most of the ones that are back there are on platforms that are parts available for, say, a Ford or a Chevrolet or whatever. You can still get them. The only thing that we have a problem with is like tires, specialty things that's on it. That comes back to if we had to repair or do something. That's it.
Gotcha. What are we doing to this Mustang?
This Mustang was Jim's daughter's car.
Okay.
Going to high school, and I think, and going on into college. We use this as a test vehicle. It's almost all original. It does have air conditioning added. We just had an issue with the neutral safety switch, and right sitting here now because we got the new safety switch for it and make sure that it works properly.
Gotcha.
We've also got the light switch out of it because we got doing tests on light switch, and also the filler neck. We've got another manufacturer on a filler neck, and we're testing it. So basically right now it's sitting here with about 3 or 4 items on it that we're test fitting. We do that with a lot of things. That a new product that comes in, we'll test them on a car that's all original, try to get as best fit on anything as we can possibly get on a reproduction item.
That's so cool. I mean, and just the fact that you get to come to work at a place like this every day, that's got to be an enjoyment because you never know what you're going to work on, especially with Rick wanting to take something different home every night, right?
We try to. we try to get Rick something to drive every night that it's a pretty night. If it's not a rainy night, then he'll generally drive something, which is, if we don't have something fall apart, really works well.
Yeah.
But a lot
Get that
of times
phone call, hey, I'm over here.
Well, no, we don't have so much problem with it having to go pick him up somewhere. But then the 66 Cadillac sitting out, we pull it out and the water pump's leaking.
Yeah.
We pull the DeLorean.
Turned into a bigger thing.
We turned the DeLorean out and the clutch is not working. So that's the issue that we have, and when we pull one out, it's something we have to work on.
Yeah.
But we just take them one at a time.
Yeah, no, that's all you can. You got to bite size this thing. I mean, there's no way to get it to it.
This is my retirement job.
There you go. Hey, I'd be all right with that. Maybe I'll have to come when I'm a little older and come replace you. That'd be fun. I'm telling you, this is such a cool place. The tools, the stuff you have. I think it's neat that it's like this is your own little part of this whole warehouse. You know, I mean, it's the place where you keep the collection going, keep it alive, and I admire it. I think it's really a neat job.
Well, I think Jim did a great job when he built the building. This was set up in the building as an original feature. This wasn't anything added.
Yeah, you can tell it's not an afterthought.
It was thought out, and the layout's good. The machinery we got's good, so it's a nice place to work.
Man, Larry, I appreciate it so much. Nice to meet you. Thanks for telling us a little about the collection.
All right,
hey, if you guys are still watching, we hope you are. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe, go watch another video. If you hadn't already, go to npdlink.com, check out some parts. They've got every Mustang part you could ever want, and we'll see you on the next video.